Hello. Gonna try and do this without editing because I have a complete nightmare when I edit stuff lately. Oh, right, let's go. Ready? First in, last out, as usual. Hold on a sec. Let's get that done over there. Oh, sorry, I just got to adjust that. That's it. Is that right? I think that's about right. Oh, sorry, just bear with me, guys. I've got to make sure that that's not going to fall off. I think that's all right. Is that better? Yeah. Right. As I say, usually I edit all this stuff out, you know me, but I've just having a right time of it lately. Let me say, I recorded a 50-minute video. 3 times I tried uploading it, failed every time. It uploaded, it was fine, it got all the way to the end of processing, and then just decided that no, enough's enough. Alright. I've done a live stream, which I talked for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And the funny thing was, when I stopped to check, it stopped after 4 minutes. Lost network connection. So it just backs up what I've been feeling for a long time, and that is, don't rely on technology. It will let you down. And for all you guys who are between 18 and 30 or something, who just love and rely on your tech, just try live without it for a bit and see how far you get. Alright, you might learn something. Old school. Right, let's get into some stuff that's currently on my mind regarding coronavirus, or COVID-19, or whatever it is else they're calling it now. Things change. All I'm going to say is, the people who know, order applicayo. We'll leave it there. If you don't know, you don't know. Right, let's start. I've wrote the list, alright, because I don't want to miss stuff out. I'm going to try and do separate videos on specific topics, alright? But this is just a random update of roughly where we are, in my eyes, in the UK. Now, I've got a lot of sources and stuff that I get information from. Having quite a good following on this platform, 6,000 odd or whatever on Instagram. You know, friendly with all sorts of people, police, military, special forces, medical, a big spectrum, which is always good to have a balanced view. Okay, let's just get around this guy. He'll be here forever. So yeah, I'm going to be concentrating on the road. Alright, so don't worry, I ain't going to be staring at the camera. It's just be too dangerous, okay? Just got to be careful. Right, 50-mile limit. The good thing about this car I've got, it's got cruise control and it's got an armrest, which is always rather American from the British perspective. Right, there you go, cruise control. No feet, no hands, all good. Right, no bullshit, let's get into it. We've been waffling enough as it is. The NHS test kits that is being mentioned on forums and stuff on NHS websites, etc., and other means. A lot of doctors as well getting in on this and raising concerns. There seems to be a shortage of test kits. This is not enough to go around. And the test kits that are being used or have been used, I'm not sure, I think they're doing them in marks 1, 2, 3. These are definitely the Mark 1s, the first generation ones of test kits that were made available, especially by the UK government. We're finding that we're getting false positives and false negatives. Layman's terms, you don't feel too well, you're worried you've got this, it gets worse, you go to hospital, they happen to have a kit, they check you over, no, it's negative, don't worry, okay? So you go home, and later on in the day, oh, I'm not really happy about this, I feel terrible, there must be something. So you go back, oh my god, it is actually positive, and we're going to notify command, and you're going to be now a CC, a confirmed case, and it gets recorded, blah blah blah. So we're getting a lot of problems with testing. So obviously you've got problems with testing. It's going to lead to problems and incorrect information being shared publicly or privately, which is always a concern. There seems to be a lot of disinformation about this, and what you guys have got to understand is that practically everyone is lying to you, okay? Now, I tried my best to find real accurate information, but of course, like everything, you can't guarantee everything. But if you can listen to everything I've got to say, look at a bigger picture of it all, look what's actually happening, not just where you are, but globally, okay? Just try and look around and get a bigger picture of what's going on. So there's problems with that. What was it? Case fatality rates have gone up, as you probably would expect. COVID-19 at the moment is between 3.4 and maybe 10%. Some people are even saying 14.8%. Again, these sources, they have to be really studied and looked into, okay? And it's the same old thing. Like most of the things I'm going to mention, you're going to have to check, right? Please leave in the comments if you find anything incorrect or anything factual or whatever reason, everything I'm saying, please leave in the comments, because everyone needs to get up to speed, right? Put sources if you can, it always helps. I'll try to put sources underneath this video and links. I'll do that when I get home. So a lot of people, and I do mean a lot of people, are falling for the media story, which is, it's not that bad, it's just like the flu. Now, this has been going on for quite a while now, over a month, and if you're still swallowing that and believing that, I suggest you just switch this off now. It's just going to fry your brain, okay? No disrespect, but man, this is not the flu. The flu, incidentally, the case fatality rate is globally a 0.01%. So there's not many at all. So basically, loads and loads of people will get flu, not that many die of it in comparison. So people will catch this COVID-19, not that many people in comparison to the flu, but lots of people are dying. It's crazy. And of course, not all of it is being made public. I suspect, especially in China, one of the only countries that seems to be standing head and shoulders above the rest as regards transparency, thoroughness of investigations, testing, cleaning, etc., is South Korea, believe it or not. Japan as well. Now, I've only heard today that in Japan you have time off or quarantine or whatever you want to call it, you will get paid, whether it's government or the businesses or companies that you work for. You haven't got that fear of, if I don't do it I won't get paid. But here in the Western world, UK and I'm guessing America as well, they're still swinging their dicks in the breeze over this. Now, people who work for a living, like myself and others, we need to know, if we're going to take 2 months off, which it could go 2 months, in my own opinion, worst case scenario, will we get paid? Now, where I work, you know, I get 25 days sick pay, and after that it goes for a small percentage of like half pay, then it goes statutory sick pay, which is absolute crap. Holiday pay, we get 23 days or 21 days holiday pay, and we got a few time off for appointments, and that is it. So if all that gets used and spent within the first few months of this happening, you know, I'm going to be financially hit big style, and of course we've all got bills to pay, etc. So it's going to have a knock-on effect, but we still need assistance, direction and advice from the government, and you know, the best that they can do is offer statutory sick pay from the day that you're going to be quarantined. It's a joke, really. It's an absolute joke. £93 a week in this day and age. It's not going to go far. you've got mortgage, you've got rent, you've got council tax, you've got gas, you've got electric, you've got water rates in and out, running a vehicle or two, and you've got car tax, you've got MOT, you've got insurance, you've got fuel, you've got maintenance costs, you've got food bills, you've got kids' clothes, and all the rest of it. Is how the hell is that amount of money going to cover that? It won't. You'll be in dire straits. Anyway, I don't want to go on to it. There is an R0 number or an R0 number. At the moment, from what now this is all like, it's really hard to prove, because the problem I'm finding, and the problem lots of us who are speaking out about this, is information is changing pretty much by the hour. So, you know, by the time I finish recording this, then I've got to go home, I've got to upload it, and then people got to get round to seeing it. Already it's out of date. So this number could change, right? But at this moment in time, from what I understand, the R0 value of the coronavirus is anything between 2 and 5.8%. Now some people are saying it can be a lot higher. I've heard figures of up to 10%. 10% is scary. It really is. When you consider the R0 value of the Spanish flu, the one that hit home 1918 to 1919, wiped out millions and millions and millions of people globally. That R0 value was 1.8. So this gives you a wake-up call if you've got no idea what's going on. That should give you, oh my god, yes, this is going to be worse than Spanish flu, without a shadow of a doubt. And if you believe otherwise, man, you seriously need to get your skates on, because time's running out. We're going to get through the video and give you some signs or some prompts of getting your arse in gear to get your family sorted, right, and yourself sorted. The R0 value of just a typical flu is between 1 and 2.8%. Now, of course, this is all based over time, all right? Now, the flu R0 value would be taken over a 12-month period. The Spanish flu, I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head how long that period was and how that number came about. But from COVID-19, I mean, we're talking sources of saying that it actually started late November last year. Some of people are saying December, but the mainstream media is saying January. So it will all make sense. If you carry on watching all of this video, it will make more sense. So please don't turn off now, don't start laughing. This is deadly serious, okay? When we're talking lots of people dying, falling by the wayside, it's serious. It's not a joke, it's not a conspiracy theory, nothing like that, okay? It gets scarier, so hold on to your hats. I'm trying not to scare people, because I know it's scary. And we've all prepped, or some of us prepped for shit hit the fan. And I'm sorry to say, but this is actually happening. This is real, okay? It's not an exercise, it's not going to blow over. We'll come to that later. The Hopkins website, the Johns Hopkins website. Oh, is it Baltimore? I'm not really sure. Up in the States. Very briefly, I haven't looked into this, so I'm taking this as face value, but I'm going to show the source at the description box of this video. Very briefly, today, or yesterday, the number of cases went to 2.6 million. Then it went off and it went back to what the more frequent reading was before that happened. Now, read into that any way you want. You know, it could be someone working for that website from that hospital found out the truth, sick and tired of hiding it, so they put it up there as long as they can, and it got rumbled, it got taken down again. I don't know, read into it what you will. But again, that's another jigsaw puzzle piece to this huge picture that is being painted, okay? Now let me just get past this bit of traffic here. This is quite hard to do this. I'd rather just sit somewhere and talk, but to drive and to not get sidetracked and blabber on it's quite difficult, okay? But the only amount of time I've got available, because man, I'm just full on. There's always got shit to do. So this is the only time slot I've got. Man, this traffic's getting crazy. Let me just see if I can pull in a slow lane and just sit back a bit. There's too many manoeuvres and too much concentration needed there. Yeah, the Hopkins website just mentioned. Right, look out for jumps or spikes in CC, confirmed cases numbers. You're going to be keeping an eye out, and this will basically add some validity to what I'm saying. And look back on this and just see how accurate this intel is. We're looking at jumps in Germany, France, Greece, and New York City, or New York borough, province, whatever you want to call it out there. So we're getting clusters, and when you see clusters, you get confirmed case, confirmed case, confirmed case, a cluster, then a spike. This is usually going to be every, I'm guessing, around 3 days. It will sort of level out, go slowly, and then whoop, it will spike, it will rise. Now, all of these rises are exponential. So for those of you who don't know, basically, once the numbers get big, they get bigger quicker. So when it was like 10, 12, 20, you know, it's going to be 116 in the UK, then it's going to be 300, then it's going to be 700, then it's going to be 1,000, and it's just going to go up and up and up like that. You're not going to see your little increases. Or if you do, it's going to be suppressed by the government, because the bottom line is they just do not want everyone to panic and to go out and raid the shelves of the supermarkets, which, from what I'm hearing here in the UK, is already starting to happen on a small scale. You haven't seen it kick off yet. You haven't seen queues outside supermarkets. You haven't seen you're only allowed X amount of toilet rolls per person. You will. I think it's going to come to that. It's only a matter of time. Okay. I mean, I remember going to a supermarket a few weeks ago, and we've been shopping online since then, but when we did, I went late at night. That's my advice. If you have to go out to get your supplies, leave it till 8 o'clock or an hour before the supermarket closes. Alright? There's going to be less people, so you've got less chances of catching any illness, and you're going to have more time to take in and note items that are no longer there. Okay, it's crazy. Ah, Jesus, I thought I was going to make it. Oh, what a cow. She's going way too fast. Alright, let's just get around there. Sorry, this is going on a bit too long, but it is what it is, and we are where we are. I was hoping to wrap this video up by now, but I've still got a few more things to say. I think the driving just prevents me from just doing it, because, man, it gets dangerous doing this, okay? Really dangerous. And the problem I'm finding, there is absolutely nowhere to pull in. I might be lucky in a minute. We'll see, okay? We will see. Alright. I think I'm going to slow down for this traffic. Gotta be careful. Sorry if this is a bit boring, but I'm not going to be editing. It's just been crazy. I've tried, and it's just blown up on my face. Trying to edit on this phone with the YouTube editor with your fingertip is an absolute frigging joke. It really is. Oh, I need to get my laptop up together, get my son to bed before 9:30 at night, which is typical. Finding the energy to do other stuff as well as do things like this. So this is it at the moment, so I'm sorry about that. It is what it is. Right, here we go. That's it. Somewhere safe I can pull in. Alright. That's a lot easier, isn't it? Right, let me take that off of there. Woo. So I'm not driving now, I need them for driving. Where are we going to now? Wow, check him out. OPEC, this is crazy news. They have cut 1.5 million barrels per day production. So I've been monitoring the stock market, so I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about it, but I know a little bit, and from what I'm hearing from analysts who really know this shit, last Friday, a few days back, I was listening live, and that was scary. That's going to take a month to dissect what happened that day. and it's just going to get worse. And apparently, from what I heard from an analyst this morning, that what happened Friday was nothing to what's coming. So that's frightening, right? Seriously. If you do have any stocks, get them out now. Get all of your stocks out. I'm only going to say it once, all right? I'm warning you. You go, it'll be too late if you leave it maybe a week or a couple of days. Get them out now as soon as you can. Get all your stocks out. Whack them in gold, because that's going to be safe, all right, for a while. It's not going to go down, okay? If you need somewhere to put it in the meantime. There have been notifications on military movements, definitely in America. There has been in the UK. There's been a lot of Chinook activity around bases. Odium, I think, is one of them. Thorney Islands, right down south. Whale Islands with the Marines. There has been a lot of activity, more than usual. Okay, let's just put it like that. I'm only giving you what I know. If I knew any more, I'd tell you. Okay. Yeah, basically the government and the media, they're basically running the theme of they're playing it down. Okay, don't panic. It's not that bad. We've got the NHS all ready. It's going to be fine. From what I heard, they have these special beds, stroke rooms, which contain airborne problems like this. And the scary thing is, there is only 15 of these in the UK. 15. When we had H5N1 a few years back, that went up to 20 something, maybe up to 28. And when you consider how many people in the UK, 60-70 million people, and a lot of elderly people are more prone to this, that's a worrying thing. Okay. What else is there? Frontline staff, NHS, etc. I'm seriously worried about them guys, because this virus is so crazy in its spreading, its detection. It stays hidden out of the way for quite a long time, and that long time is debatable, up to a month, maybe more. It's scary. Okay. Oh, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when these frontline staff getting sick, because they will. There's no way they can protect themselves. Some staff recently have raised fears to their line managers about when do we need to put full IPE on. They said, no, not yet, it's fine, don't need to do it, it's fine, it's not a problem, we haven't had a massive outbreak here in the UK, blah blah blah. But because this thing's staying dormant, they could already have it. And then when they all start turning up sick and saying, I need to stay at home, I can't care, you're going to have a drop in staff. There's going to be big problems. People going to the hospitals because they're worried, and there's not going to be the staff to handle all of them. I doubt very much there's going to be enough masks, enough gloves, because there's a global shortage everywhere, because everyone's snapping them up. You can just see it spiralling. Okay, I know it sounds scary, but please don't put your head in the sand. Don't turn it off and say, oh, it'll be all right. Please take all this information in, let it sink in, don't react to it, and then just sleep on it. In the morning, start researching into it for yourselves. If there's anything you don't believe, check it out. Okay, honestly, check everything out I'm saying. Go for it. I suspect you could be looking at a situation where you've got to self-isolate for up to 2 months. That's from now. You might be lucky getting another week out of this before you're either asked, told, or you want to stay at home. Okay, self-quarantine. The government call it self-isolate, same thing. I'm guessing, from what I've been hearing, that this virus is going to completely die out when we get into the warmer months in summertime. Now, obviously, that's going to be a huge relief. Apparently, this virus doesn't like heat. Incidentally, if you're worried about you go out, you got stuff on your clothes, you can put it in a tumble dryer for a amount of time, and it should kill this thing off. If you don't want to wash anything. Another bit of advice is wear waterproof jackets or smooth surfaces. They're a lot easier to clean when you go out. Don't wear fleeces, because there's billions of little places for this droplets and stuff to hide and stay. All right. So like that buffalo jacket I've got in there, it's ideal. Just wipe it off, give it a wash, whatever you want to do. Yes, this virus. Some people are saying it's going to go down south. So the southern hemisphere right now, there's not that many cases. I mean, you can check that out right now. There's not that many cases compared to the northern hemisphere. That's because the northern hemisphere right now, we're in our winter, almost coming to spring. Southern hemisphere, so it's summertime, okay? But you wait till the southern hemisphere start to get their winter. When we get our summer, you're going to see cases skyrocket. I'm particularly worried about Argentina. That's scary. That's scaring me. So it's going to go down there. When we get our winter again, we're looking November time, I think it's going to come back. And if it's anything like what happened in the Spanish flu, it was usually the second of a mutation or strand or whatever which done the most damage. So if and when this comes back in winter time, treat this as a training scenario. You need to be on your shit, ready and prepared by then, if you make it to then, okay? Scary stuff, I know it is, ain't gonna be easy. I've got friends in the police, the staff, they're still on the wait out. They're waiting out to hear about when to cancel the leave. That happened before, pre-Brexit, and nothing kicked off, and they went and had leave. We're still waiting to hear about that, but some of them, I've been told that to report to occupational health if they got any possibly respiratory related problems. I'm not sure they're going to get checked out or whatever. That is it. That's all I've got for now. As I say, I'm going to try and do some topics over the weekends, maybe over the week, specifically targeted to specific questions. If there's any questions you got about any of the information on this video, please post them in the comment section below. Share this video. It's not being monetized because we said the C word and blah blah blah, but man, that's fine. I ain't got a problem with that. It's just how it is. We try and help people. Let me know if some of this information is good, bad, and try and back up why you're saying it's bad, for example, so we can all share and learn. I don't know everything, and I haven't got the time to research everything, but I will put the sources in the description box below this video and links to their YouTube videos and channels. So thanks very much, take care, we'll see you soon, and stay funky.